This is the Miami Grand Prix, the latest addition to the Formula Apex collection of tracks. In this video, with the only car available, the Visa Cash App car, I'm going to show you how to get a great lap around this track. And here we are at the Miami circuit. We are just making our way around the final corner. This is where you want to keep it as smooth as possible, maximize the speed and activate the DRS, and the lap begins. So, making sure you are on the far left of the track, depending on the speed, you want to brake at a good distance before the 100-meter board. And keep braking, and just before you reach the 50-meter board, turn to the right and then release the brakes when you're on that apex. And on the exit, make sure not to go too wide to avoid a penalty. Without braking, drive over to the curb on the left in the smooth line, and just before it ends, just around here, navigate your way smoothly to maximize speed to the curb on the right. Stay on the inside line and avoid using ERS, as you don't want to ruin the momentum of the following corners. To this short straight, when you reach the bridge, just before that bridge, start turning in towards that left curb whilst keeping the line as smooth as possible. Stay on this side until the Hugo signs here are about to end, and then as fast as you can, switch the direction to the right and aim for that big curb on the right. You may need to lift a little in this transition to avoid going too wide. Just around here, switch to the curb on the left, and when you enter here, it's very tricky to get right, but try and aim for the right curb and start braking in small amounts to get a good rotation. In my case, I did brake a bit more than required, but when the time is right, straighten out the car and then zoom through that curb thing on the left. And then throughout here, feel free to use all the ERS and DRS available whilst trying to avoid the walls. When you reach the braking zone, brake when the curb begins. In my case, I did brake a little late, but then you want to start turning in left before the double arrow sign and catch this apex. But again, I braked a little too late, but just managed to recover the line. Then, this is where it gets tricky. Through this section, you want to stay on the right, and when you're turning right here, try to go full throttle and get the car to the left side of the track, right around here. Unfortunately, I failed to do that because I did have to brake a little bit. And after that, drive towards the uphill section and make sure your car is on the right side of the track. And as soon as you start going uphill, start braking, and until you see this shadow, that's when you release the brakes and turn the car and aim for this curb on the left. And after hitting that curb at full throttle, aim for this curb by smoothly turning right. And when you reach here, start braking before the end of this big shadow and release it somewhere around here and start turning to the right. You might need to lift just a little bit to get the right rotation, but then you want to go through this curb on the left and keep rotating until you're facing forwards. Then use ERS and DRS until you reach this critical corner. Stay on the right and start braking at the beginning of this curb. And then when you see this sign, keep braking but start turning to the left. And as soon as you reach this curb, as soon as possible, release the brakes and then try and get the right rotation out of that corner. Maximize the corner if you can to get that maximum speed, but when you make your way towards the right of the track, make sure not to hit that wall on the inside because you are obviously going to lose some speed. And then through here, it's full throttle. You just get a smooth line as possible and then you cross the line. Now, that's it for the guide. Here is the full lap uninterrupted. This video is sponsored by our partners at INV Works. These guys make amazing UGC accessories, including helmets, hats, radio headsets, and tons more. These products are high quality and at a very affordable price. Get some incredible UGCs at their Roblox store. The link will be in the description. If you have enjoyed this video, do make sure to like and subscribe. Consider becoming a YouTube member or sending a super thanks to support the channel. And thank you to Creeperman and Mr. Dilophosaurus for being ultimate members.